Did I say I didn't belong over here? I don't live over here.
Okay. Here. Okay, you're obstructing an officer from doing his duty, so now you're under arrest.
Somebody has called in.
And that's fine.
Shut up. Somebody has
first off, you don't tell me to shut up.
I'll tell you what I want to tell you.
Okay, you're not going to tell me to shut up. I'm 47, 48, I'll be 48.
How old you are.
You're not going to sit there and tell me to shut up.
Here's the deal, ma'am.
There is no deal.
I'm trying to explain
I don't answer
what gives us the
questions.
right.
On March 22nd, 2019, Kenneth Grant, an insurance adjuster, was parked legally on a public road in Blanchard, Oklahoma, when Officer Haynes approached him without any evidence of a crime, just a vague call about a suspicious vehicle. Oklahoma law doesn't require you to identify yourself unless there's reasonable suspicion, and there's no compelled ID statute in Oklahoma unless specific criminal activity is suspected. Grant knew this and stood his ground, refusing to hand over his ID because Haynes couldn't point to anything illegal, just a ladder in his truck and him being from out of town. This was the first crack in the cops' case. No crime, no lawful detention, just a power trip begging to be dismantled.
How's it going, man? You live over here, or what you doing over here? I've had a couple people call in on you.
Okay. Am I doing something illegal?
Well, no, they're just calling on you saying that I don't recognize a truck in the area. So, my duty to check and see if you live over here or what's going on.
I live over here. I'm here for a purpose.
Okay. All right. Are you working? You see you got a ladder in the back. You working somewhere?
Yes, sir.
You got a driver's license on you just so I can identify you?
Have I done something illegal?
Well, I like to identify you, just know who I'm dealing with. Make sure.
Fourth Amendment right not to show that to me.
Well, if I make a contact with you for a reasonable suspicion call like I am right now.
Being suspicious is a misdemeanor or felony.
Okay. Well, sir, here's the deal. I was called on you, okay? For a suspicious vehicle, you said yourself you don't live over here, but you have a purpose. What's your purpose? Is the purpose legal or illegal?
That's for you to determine that.
Okay. So for me to determine that, I need to see your ID.
How is my ID going to determine whether I'm...
Well, it helps to let you know who I'm dealing with. Let you know who I'm dealing with.
But my name doesn't tell you whether I'm...
It would tell me, like, if I don't know if you belong over here. You said you don't, so I don't know if someone over here's got a VPO or something against you.
Did I say I didn't belong over here? I don't live over here.
Okay.
Okay. I do belong here.
All right.
So that's as far as I'm willing to take it.
Okay. So you're not willing to give me your ID?
I don't have any reason to.
Okay. Well, do you have a reason for being over here?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can I know that reason?
No, okay. It's not none of your business.
Well, it is my business if you're planning on breaking into something, which I don't know if you are or not.
Make that determination whether you feel I'm going to break into something.
Oh, that's why I want to identify you to help me figure that determination.
How is my identifying?
Okay, because if I identify you and I run your check and it says you've been arrested 5 times for burglary, then I'm going to go a little bit further. If it's nothing, I'm just going to identify you, kick you loose, have a good day.
But what suspicion of a crime do you think that have committed, about to commit, or am going to commit?
Can you start 502 over here? So I have a call for service.
I understand that. Okay. I appreciate you doing your job.
I've had more people call, okay? And so if you're not from here, I'm not sure if you are, because I don't know who you are.
Okay.
Okay.
My plate's right back there. I'm sure you can run it.
Yeah, okay. So is that how you want me to identify you through your plate?
If that's what you have to do.
Are you the owner of the vehicle?
Do you suspect that I'm not?
I have no reason to believe you are.
Well, I'm sitting in a truck in front of a house, waiting.
For what?
With my keys right here.
Okay.
That's none of your business.
It is my business.
No, it's not. Why is it your business?
Because I want to make sure you're not going to break into any of these houses or anything like that.
Do I look like I'm about to break into a house?
I don't know. You have a ladder.
That's your determination you have to make.
You have a ladder. What did you use a ladder for?
Does having a ladder in the back of your truck make it, is that illegal?
Well, no, but if you've been arrested multiple times for burglary, it could be.
Okay, so make that determination.
I'm trying to get your ID to make that determination. It's really not that hard. All I'm trying to do is identify you.
But I have a Fourth Amendment right. If I have not committed a crime...
You also have a right... You have
the right to ask me anything you want. If I'm
conducting an investigation, which I'm currently doing, and you don't comply, it's obstruction, correct?
Am I being detained?
I'm asking you a question first before I answer that.
Okay, until I know whether or not I'm being detained...
You are not free to leave at this time.
Okay, then I'm being detained. I won't answer any questions until I have an attorney present.
And until I deactivate my lights, until you're free to go, you're detained. It's like a traffic stop.
That'll work.
Okay? So
I don't answer questions.
Do you have an ID on you?
I don't answer questions.
Do you have an ID on you?
I don't answer questions. I don't commit, I don't accept any searches or searches of my persons, properties, papers, or effects.
Okay.
I'm sitting here doing nothing wrong. I'm sitting on the side of the road in front of a house, public roadway, perfectly legal.
This is a public roadway.
Public roadway,
Owned by
yeah.
the city of Blanchard?
Well, I can tell you the road it is. It's
But is it owned by the city of Blanchard? That's the question I'm asking.
251 Summer Valley Road.
Okay, what I'm asking you, is this owned by the city of Blanchard, this street?
I have no idea. It's a public accessible roadway.
Okay.
These people have to get to it. These people have to get
But
to it.
that's not
Those
what I'm
people.
asking. Are you Mr. Blanche?
Not Mr. Blanche. That's not what she said.
That's what it sounded like.
That's
What
not
did it sound like? Can you repeat that last name, please?
Hey, Grant, George Robert, Alan Moore,
Grant,
Tom
okay.
Ziba.
Radio distorts it sometimes. Clear on Grant. So are you Mr. Grant?
Again, I don't answer questions.
Hi, man.
I'm being detained at this point.
Dude, it's not a big deal. I'm just trying to
I understand it's not a big deal, but with this day and age, as you guys put it, citizens have to start standing up for their rights or they lose their rights.
I'm not gonna lose your rights at all, man. I'm just trying to make sure all these people around here living in this neighborhood are safe.
And I understand.
Okay?
And do you have any reason to believe that I'm here for a nefarious reason?
Do you think I have any reason to believe that you're not?
I know why I'm here,
Well, if I knew why you're here, I'd cut you loose and have a good
but
day.
that's none of your business.
That's what you claim.
That's between me and that policyholder right there.
Look, man, I'm not trying to argue with you. I'm not trying to do you
And I
sideways or
understand
anything like
that.
I'm just
And
trying
I
to
understand
identify you, make sure you're not a wanted murderer somewhere, and then I'm going to cut you loose. That's all
And I
there is.
understand that, but I have
That's
the
all there
right.
is.
I have the right to be secure in my
And I have a
person's
right
houses,
to figure
papers,
out
and
why you're
effects.
here. Make sure you're, as in your words, not here for
Okay,
probably affirmative. Definitely need to. He's refusing to give me identification.
and that's your determination you have to make.
Well, like I said, man, it's not that big a deal.
But I have every right to stand up for my rights,
I understand it. I'm not trying to violate your rights in any way,
and
sir.
I understand that.
I'm trying to do my job. And
You've
make
been
sure.
very professional and very courteous, and I just have my rights that I'm gonna stand behind.
And I understand
I
that.
serve
and
my
don't
country
wanna,
for that purpose.
and I saw the Army sticker, and I appreciate your
Sorry.
service. But I want to make sure that you're not here for, in your words, a nefarious reason. So that's all I
And
do
I'm
is
not.
identify you, make sure that you're not a wanted murderer or got warrants, anything like that. Then I cut you loose and you have a good day.
Okay, you've already ran my plates. They gave you the information that you needed. You can ask them to go ahead and run me through NCIC or
Do you have a
David.
date of birth then? Because I have to run it with a name and date of birth.
I'm not going to answer that question.
As the situation escalated, Officer Haynes tried to pin a trespassing charge on Grant, claiming his truck was partly off the roadway onto private property, but Grant had permission from the homeowner to be there. Oklahoma Statute 21-1835 says, "Whoever shall willfully or maliciously enter the garden, yard, pasture, or field of another, after being expressly forbidden to do so, or without permission, shall be deemed guilty of trespass." But Grant wasn't forbidden, and no trespassing signs were posted. The cops' and trespassing accusation fell apart faster than a house of cards in a tornado. Grant wasn't breaking any law, and Haynes's bluff was called out by a man who knew his rights. The attorney later shredded this in court, proving the stop was baseless from the jump.
So you're telling me how I should do my job, yet you're not
No,
allowing me to do
I'm
my
standing up for my rights.
job. And I understand that. Like I
Okay, I
said,
haven't done anything wrong.
I'm doing my job.
Okay, I
conducting an investigation.
haven't committed a crime. I'm sitting here in front of a house, which is perfectly legal.
Well, you're not completely on the roadway there, sir.
Okay, has anybody asked me to move?
Do they have to ask you to move? It's private property.
Okay, but it's also a public easement right here.
Oh, it's a public, because this is the city of Blanchard Road, so it's a public easement?
No, the side of the road is.
Oh, because this is the city of Blanchard Road, so therefore make a city easement.
Okay,
city road, right?
what are you trying to accomplish?
What I'm trying to, also I want to do,
I'm not
sir,
going to
is
give you my ID.
Okay.
Okay, I haven't done anything illegal.
Okay. Well, then
You understand that by not identifying yourself appropriately as requested by the officer is illegal.
it's
Okay,
obstruction.
that's a secondary charge. Okay, I have to be, for you to ID me in the state of Oklahoma, okay, I have to be suspected of committing a crime, about to commit a crime.
Well, you are committing a crime, you're trespassing.
I'm not, has anybody told me to leave?
Somebody has called in.
And that's fine.
Shut up. Somebody has
First
called
off,
in.
you don't tell me to shut up.
I'll tell you what I want to tell you.
Okay, you're not going to
Here's
tell
the
me
deal.
to shut up. I'm
Somebody called us
47
in.
years, 48,
I
I'll be
don't care
48.
how old you are.
You're not going to sit there and tell me to shut up.
Here's the deal, ma'am.
There is no deal.
I'm trying to explain
I don't
to you
answer
what gives us
questions.
the right. You telling me
I don't
that
answer
we don't have the right? I'm explaining to you how we have the right.
You don't have a right to
Okay.
get my ID if I've done nothing wrong.
I'm trying to explain to you why we have the right to get
You
your
don't
ID.
have it.
I'm trying to explain to you why I have it. Okay, will you listen to me? There is a call that somebody placed to our police department of a suspicious vehicle and person inside that vehicle. We therefore have the right to come investigate that.
Okay, is being suspicious.
By that being the case, we are here investigating that, and in order and part of that investigation, we can identify you and request
You
your
can
identification.
ask. You may ask all you want.
And you are also required by
I am
law,
not required by law.
upon request,
Wrong.
law
If I show you the state
enforcement to ID
statute
yourself.
that you're required to do that, will you give me your ID?
Absolutely. Show me the statute.
Give me 1 second.
Hello?
Hey, Travis.
Hey, what's up, man?
Nothing. Sorry to bother you. I got a random question for you, though. I'm dealing with something right now.
Yeah. What's up?
So I got called out to an address out here in Blanchard, Summer Valley Road, for a suspicious vehicle, and gentleman's parked in a black pickup. He's from Oklahoma City, but he won't give me his name and tells me he doesn't have to give me his driver's license because he's not done anything wrong.
He's driving a vehicle?
Well, he's parked right now.
Oh, okay. Well,
But-
technically, there's no obligation for him to identify himself. I mean, unless you've got reasonable suspicion that he's committing a crime.
Well, the thing is I have no reasonable suspicion to believe that he's not committing crime because he has a ladder in the back of the truck and he's in front of houses that aren't occupied right now.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, there's no compelled ID statute in Oklahoma. I have to think about. I mean, do you have anything else to suggest that he might be involved in something illicit?
Well, I'm curious why a man from Oklahoma City is parked on a dead-end road in Blanchard, and he has no. I ask him if he lives here, and he says I don't answer questions.
Okay. Yeah. So. That's a good one.
He asked if he was free to leave, and I said no at this time. I have my emergency equipment activated, and I'm trying to investigate.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're going to drive away, absolutely you can pick him up. You can he's driving he's operating a motor vehicle, but you don't have a traffic violation at that point.
Well, I follow him out of town until I get one.
Yeah, I mean, so the thing is, you don't have a complaining party. You haven't found him actually trespassing. All you've got is a guy sitting in front of an unoccupied house with a ladder in the back.
Yeah, and the road he's on is it's one of those not city Blanchard roads, but he says it's city easement, even though he's parked in this person's yard. Part of his truck is in the person's ditch line. He's like, well, that's easement. I'm like, well, this is a private road, so therefore it's not a city easement, buddy.
Right. Yeah, man, I don't think you got enough to compel him to give you his identification.
Okay.
I mean, I know that's not what you want to hear.
No, that's why I called you instead of just ripping him out of his truck.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean,
Is he gonna get out and come back here and talk to us?
No, she just said you're arresting, and he's been videoing this whole time.
I know you've been doing
Answer questions. Go ahead and just lock me up.
What are you arresting him for?
I don't know, not for long.
What are you arresting him for? What are you arresting him for?
Huh?
He hasn't violated really a crime yet, so not.
Are you investigating a crime or possible crime?
Possibly.
Okay, he's obstructing an officer from doing his duty, right?
Okay.
All right.
Here for 59. Said you're meeting somebody here in a few minutes?
You have a legal right to make contact with you based on a call.
And I don't
And you're obstructing I'm not here to listen to you. I'm here to tell you what's going on. Okay? I don't care if you record me.
We are
Here.
recorded
Okay,
too.
you're obstructing an officer from doing his duty. So now you're under arrest, unless you want to cooperate. Okay? That's the way it goes. Have a nice day.
Good.
When Grant refused to play along, Captain Bellamy and Chief White rolled up, claiming he was obstructing justice by not handing over his ID, and within 16 seconds of arriving, White ordered his arrest, despite zero evidence. Oklahoma Statute 21-540 states, any person who willfully delays or obstructs any public officer in the discharge or attempt to discharge any duty of his or her office is guilty of a misdemeanor. But here's the kicker. There was no lawful duty to obstruct since the detention itself was illegal. Later in court, Grant's attorney took this flimsy charge and torched it, showing the cops couldn't use vague statutes to punish someone for exercising their Fourth Amendment rights. The judge agreed, and the obstruction threat evaporated like smoke.
Would you like to explain the address and the time on the folder inside your vehicle with the camera?
I don't answer questions.
Okay.
Look,
You're
man.
gonna identify yourself.
I don't answer questions.
Look, man.
They didn't ask a question. Hey,
Can you please take your hands out of your pockets for me? Thank you.
Look, I was trying to do, man, if you're PI, no big deal. We'll get out of here. We gotta confirm who you are, make sure, especially with the camera car, make sure you're not doing peep and Tom stuff, okay?
Not a PI. So the only thing you can have a camera for is if you're a PI.
No, that's not what I'm saying, sir.
Insurance adjusters aren't allowed to have
Are you an insurance adjuster?
to take photographs of damage and stuff.
Are you an insurance adjuster?
I possibly might be.
Okay, do you have any proof of that?
Okay, but I mean,
I'm
why do
just
I have to
saying.
answer questions?
I'm
I'm
just-
here for a legal reason.
Doing an investigation.
Wait, not a call.
I'm
Can I
not. I'm
get
just
your
not
date of
answering
birth?
questions.
Can I get your date of birth?
Answer the question.
you're failing to
I don't
identify
have to
yourself.
by law.
You
I
are
have the
failing-
Fifth Amendment right
You are failing to
not to
identify
answer
yourself.
questions.
You
What
have
law
to
have I
identify
broken?
yourself.
What law have I broken to identify
Is there anybody
myself?
at this house? Let's see if there's anybody at this
Put him
house.
in handcuffs.
What law have I done?
Turn around, pretend on your back for a second. You're being placed in investigative detention, okay? You're in investigative detention at this time. You understand
I
that?
hope all your body cameras are on.
They are, sir. Do you understand that? I said you're.
Just said
What did I say?
that I'm under investigative detention.
Okay. What does that mean?
I'm being detained.
Okay. So you're being detained.
I understand what that means.
All right.
There's
So
a difference between an arrest and a detention.
there is. There is. You are correct. If you're an insurance adjuster, that's fine. We'll identify you. We'll make sure you're at the right house. Kick you loose. Not a big deal, bro.
Well, the folder for this house is right there. The homeowner's not home, so she doesn't. If she,
Do you have the homeowner's name that I can contact? Make sure you're supposed to be.
yeah, but that's none of your business.
That's
As a
fine.
matter of fact, if you want to go talk to that neighbor right there, he has the garage door to let me into the house so I can get a photograph of the inside of that garage door.
That's all you had to say from the beginning, man.
I don't have to tell you that. Don't you guys understand what my rights are?
Nobody said you have to tell us that. What we said is that you have to identify
I do
yourself.
not.
You
I
do
haven't
have to
broken a
identify
crime.
yourself. But we are here investigating whether or not you have. We have reason
You
to
have
believe.
every right
Listen
to
to me.
investigate.
Stop interrupting. You asked for my respect. I'm asking for yours in return. Okay? We are investigating because somebody called a suspicious vehicle and person in that vehicle. Okay? I'm not done talking. Within that investigation, we can identify you by getting your identification. You are required because we are investigating that you may be committing a crime, and therefore you must identify yourself.
What crime?
Trespassing. That's
Trespass-
number one.
Okay, sir.
To be trespassed,
Keeping
I have to be
time
asked to
for
leave.
all we know.
Okay,
And that's for all we know.
To determine.
That's right, and in doing that,
part
we
of
have
your
to identify you.
investigation. No, you don't.
Yeah, we do.
No. You can ask for my identification. I am not legally required to give it to you.
Except that you.
No, I'm not. My attorney has told me so.
I don't care what your attorney told you. You have to
I do.
identify yourself because we're
My
investigating
rights
a
are
possible
important to me.
crime.
My rights are important to me.
A possible crime is being investigated.
Okay, what crime?
I just told you two.
Okay. If then arrest me for those two crimes.
We're investigating that. We have determined that you've committed those crimes.
I haven't committed
However,
any crime.
we have to identify you.
No, you don't.
Can you look at
I have a Fourth Amendment right not to tell you.
Helpful name of the owners. We can make contact with their community residents.
Address for that's me.
After the incident, Grants filed a lawsuit against the police. Subsequently, after the cops cuffed Grant and tried to intimidate him, they backed off when a neighbor confirmed he was an insurance adjuster with a legit reason to be there. No citation was issued, but the damage was done. The Fourth Amendment protects against unreasonable seizures. The temporary detention of a motorist upon probable cause does not violate the Fourth Amendment, but without probable cause or reasonable suspicion, this was a clear violation. Grant sued, winning over $75,000 in emotional distress and punitive damages, exposing the Blanchard PD's corruption and forcing them to delete their Facebook page under public backlash. His attorney delivered the final blow, proving these cops weren't just wrong, they were corrupt, and justice hit them where it hurts. Like and subscribe for more police cam stories. Watch the next recommended video. Click to watch now.